We have a nice guest for you now that is an author, and her name is Veronica Sandy Giolli. Hi, Veronica.
Hi, how are you?
I love that name. You don't hear that very much anymore, but it's a beautiful name.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Then you're an author, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been writing?
Quite a few years, probably about 6, 7 years.
Oh.
I've been writing. Yeah, I've been writing this book.
Oh,
It took a while. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know how that is. That same thing happened to me. And it takes a lot more time than you think it's going to
Right.
take.
Right.
But anyway, when did you start thinking about wanting to write a book?
After I retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I retired, I wanted something, so I just took a class and started from there because this is something that I've always wanted to write about. And it was about this is called Whispers in the Wind, and it's about her best friend has committed suicide.
Ooh.
And so it was a story that I always wanted to tell. And,
wonderful.
So I just fictionalized most
Good.
of it. Yeah.
Good.
And so
You
I'd
want-
like to read the back.
Yes,
Can I
I'd
read
love
the
to
back
have
you?
you read that.
Okay. Having received news that her best friend Gina committed suicide, fraud investigator Sonny Davis returns to her childhood home, an Indian reservation in Nevada. Her investigation draws her back into the beliefs and customs of her tribal culture. All is not as it appears. Due to her faith in native spirits, she becomes entangled in the case's many complications. She calls on Gina's spirit to provide answers. Arriving at Gina's home, she is confronted by mysteries and secrets. Close calls and trickery deepen the puzzle. Are dark forces waiting for her? Did she really know her friend after all? As she comes close to unraveling the riddle, she finds herself in danger. Whispers in the Wind is a powerful portrait of grief, fear, and courage, and compelling insights into Native American families.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm very, very into not Indians anymore. They're Native Americans, right? But I just love them. I think they were so great. I wish that we could be like them.
Well, it was easy to write because I didn't have to do a lot of research because I lived on a reservation for a while in Shures, Nevada. So I kind of took that and the sweat. And my son's uncle was the medicine man for Northern Nevada.
Wow.
And so I had a lot of that that I could fall back on, and talk about and write about.
The Indians are so spiritual, so spiritual. I love that so much.
Yeah, and this has a lot of spirit. This has a lot of paranormal because she calls on Gina's spirit, and Gina helps her, because she wants to find out. She thinks that maybe she had caused this, her suicide, and so she has to go back to the reservation and find out. And so there's a lot of different things there. Her daughter finds out who her real father is, and we have a lot of mystery going on. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really interesting.
And also, this book is now you can get the book at the county library. You can go to any library and ask for it.
That's
and
wonderful.
They'll order it for you, and so I'm happy about that. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's great. And, it gives you a good feeling. Gee, I'm actually an author. My book's in the library.
Right.
So, what did you do before you started writing?
I worked for social services.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
social worker,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, that really, I think that you learn so much in these jobs. Sometimes you think, well, it's just a little job, but you learn so much. Like I had to go into the Air Force to learn to type, and if I didn't learn to type, none of this in my life had happened. It kept me alive, and I could write. And
Yeah.
well, of course, I'm like you. I really didn't start writing until I was married and
Because
retired.
I was busy. I stayed busy, so I didn't have time. But after that, you have a lot of time. So, and I always wanted to do this. I wanted to tell that story, because I always just had an idea about it. So
What's
that's where
that?
it came
So
from.
you knew a person was actually, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Was she still alive when you wrote it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I say
No.
sometimes you get in a little trouble if you write about somebody.
No, they're all passed away. They, her husband, her sister, all of them that are in this book are there, and I just it's all fiction.
Whispers in the Wind. This you just listen to her and you know how important this is to learn about people like this, and what happens to them, and what is the connection between you and them. I think that's important for this book.
Do you want me to read the first page?
Please read the first page. That would
This
be
is
wonderful.
this is when she first commits her suicide.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Sunday, March 1985. The wind is coming. I feel the cold air. My hair is caught up, whirling round and round. The wind is taking me. My body's light as air. What's happening? I choked on my own blood. Did I hear a gunshot? I smell gun oil. Hot metal. I'm rising. Stop. What's pulling me? Where are my boys? Where am I? Am I dead? Help. Someone help me. Sonny, what's happening to me? I want my boys. Where are my boys? You know I would never leave them. And Gina's spirit rose with the wind.
Oh, that's a beautiful way of saying it, my Lord. I never thought exactly how they would feel when that happened.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll all find out one day.
Yeah. Hopefully not that way.
No, let's not hope that
Yeah.
way. But it's an interesting, very interesting subject. I think something that intrigues people. It certainly intrigues me, and I don't say that about all the books that come. But
Well, and also too, you can also go to Veronica.com, veronicagiolli.com,
oh, good.
and then just /blog, and some of this is on my blog.
Oh,
also.
fantastic! So they
Yes.
can hear more of the
You're
story.
right. And you can go veronicagiolli.com, and it'll bring up on Google. It'll bring up a lot of different things, and it also has different places that about my book. And also, you can. It's on Amazon. You
Oh,
can
that's
order
what I
off of
wanted to ask.
Amazon,
Uh-huh.
and you can order off a Kindle, and at the library.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you that you do something like that.
Well, it took a while, yeah.
I'm
Because,
sure it
you know,
did.
and a lot of times people ask you, I don't know how to start. I don't know how to write. You just sit down and you write. And, the old saying, you just write about what you know. But sometimes you don't. You just add more to it. But just start writing, then
That's
you'll
right.
find, you just...
That's right. They'll never get anything done if they don't put something on paper, because that opens the door.
And I'm writing a series, a second book with these same characters.
Oh,
And with Sonny, her husband, and her daughter, and it's a mystery. There's another murder, and but I always have to do the murder before I start to write the book. I have to know who, how, why, and all of that before I start my story.
and that is the way it should be. What you're doing with me, I just sat down, and started writing. I never knew what was coming next.
No.
It was the wrong way to do it, but it turned out great.
Well, no. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong.
No.
You just like with my characters, I had to go back and give them more of a personality. You have to decide what you want for that character. Do you want her to be strong? Do you want him to be strong? Do you want him to be just wimpy? What do you want? So I had to go back and give them each their own personality.
Yeah, see, that's what you say about just put something on paper, because you can always fix it up.
Yeah.
So
You just write it, because you're going to go back and delete a lot of words, and and after you write, writing is kind of a lonely experience, because you're by yourself. But then if you take it to your critique group, that really helps. I belong to a couple of critiquing groups.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
I couldn't have done the book without them. So,
Wonderful.
That helps you, because they tell you, no. And because when you read your own, you think it's okay. And then you have somebody else read it, they're going, no.
That's really true, I'm telling you. So thank you so much for bringing us in today, and please come again because I like to people to get to know you.
Okay. Well, thank you. And just like I said, you can go to the library and get my book, or you can order it off of Amazon and Kindle.
Great.
I get good reviews from it. I have reviews on there on Google, so
Good.
on Amazon. So I hope that they'll look it up.
That's fantastic. I'm
Okay.
so happy for you, and do come in again.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.